It is People, Power, and Politics. Welcome back to Detroit's only nightly political talk show, The Pulse, here to talk about the impact of our state budget. Will it have elder law attorney and financial advisor Pat Simasko. Pat, it is good to see you. How you doing?
For having me.
Welcome to The Pulse.
Thank you.
We're always talking about money here.
It matters. Money matters.
Money was a big factor in the election, and it was a big talking point in the budget that we just passed here in the state. First, I want to ask you about no taxes on tips. For a lot of people, especially our servers at our restaurants, what is it they need to know about this this ruling here?
Right. So the first thing they need to know is they still have to report their tips. And it's important because not only do you have to report it for the federal government and also for the state. For the federal government, I see a lot of people want to retire, and their main income in retirement is their Social Security. And if they're a self-employed person or their main income is through tips, and they're not reporting, it's not going into their Social Security calculation. So when they retire, they won't have any Social Security, or it'll be very, very, very low. So they still have to report them, whether or not it's going to be taxed or not. They still have to report them.
I think in total, a lot of people are going to be getting a little bit more money.
A little bit.
Yeah, but you don't want to go crazy with that money that you have. I know some people will see that, their eyes will get bigger, they'll start thinking about things they want to get.
Yeah.
Let's help folks reel it in here.
Look, nobody has pensions anymore. Very few of the younger generation is saving as much as the older generations did. So they're going to be relying on Social Security. They have to start saving for retirement, putting it into an IRA. When you're working under the normal job, they're taking money out for your 401k plan. They're paying into FICA for you, stuff like that. So if you're not going to be having the employer do it for you, you have to be regimented and do it for yourself. You have to plan for retirement. And kids, they'd rather, let's buy one more cup of coffee for $8 and another iPhone and another whatever, or they have credit card debt coming through their ears. Pay down that debt, get rid of it.
Do you see more people when they're getting more money like this kind of situation, or they're getting tight on money, say like we're seeing with the federal shutdown?
We're seeing that people are getting tighter. Credit card debt's going up. Okay. They're looking at, the interest rates went up, mortgages are up, credit cards up, so they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. So any little bit that you have, whether it's a little bit with a pay increase or a reduction in taxes, look for your long-term planning. Start young, so later on you'll have something in retirement.
Let's talk about these retirees, because a lot of them, they're our parents, grandparents, but they need help. They need help too. Look, what is it that a lot of people need to realize when they're in that next chapter of their life, that they don't have a steady income, they're working on and living on a fixed income? Yeah,
it's really tough, and we've had clients come in where they're trying to decide, do they pay their credit card debt, do they pay their prescription coverage, do they pay their mortgage? Food is last. So the younger you start planning, the better. Get your debt paid off, get your credit card debt paid off, get as much of that out of the way, and then try and build up as much of a savings as you can.
How much money are we saying to put aside for these payments here? $200, $300, $400 a month?
Every dime that you can, put it away. Don't go to don't go to the coffee shops and get the $8 cup of coffee. You can get one from your kitchen. It tastes exactly the same, if not better. Focus on that type of stuff, because the more that you spend now, and especially on credit card debt, that is good. That cup of coffee that you spend $8 for is going to be an $80 cup of coffee in a couple years, because that debt is going to just keep rolling over and over and over. It's a credit card trap.
You know, it's funny. My wife and I, we recently had a conversation with my 6-year-old daughter about debt.
Yes.
And she asked about credit cards and debt, and I know she's not at that age where she's going to fully understand it.
Yes.
But I know that, in a few years, 5, 6, 7 years from now, it will be very important for a lot of parents to have these conversations.
Yes.
Do you run into that situation?
Yeah, and we're talking to our kids about that debt as you're going to the store to buy them their 5th bicycle, and their seventh video game and all those other things. The parents are the worst offenders of it. Do as I say, not as I do. So lead by example, put away for retirement. This income tax change is not going to affect a lot of people. There's not going to be any big clouds opening up. It's not that big of a deal, but it's an opportunity they can be focused and say, okay, you know, we got a little opportunity now. Let's start doing the savings. Let's start reporting the income appropriately. Let's make sure that Aunt Mary's doing our tax return versus going to H&R Block or one of the other places. They're going to have the updated software to know that it's being taxed appropriately. Also, if you hear, oh, we don't have to pay tax on our tips, don't think you don't have to report it. You still have to. So all those people, it's going to be easier now for them because so much of the tips is on credit cards. When you pay your restaurant bill, it's on credit cards, so the tip will be reported. It's the cash ones that they really need to make sure they report.
Pat, we appreciate it, man. And look, these things, they don't last forever. But take advantage of the window when you can.
I'll be back when they change.
Yes, please do.
So much.
You're always welcome.